Okay, students, I have a question for you. I want to know whether you think this right here is 1 leaf or 12 leaves. How do you figure that out? And the reason why we want you to figure this out is because one of the key ways that botanists identify plants is by looking at something called leaf composition. And I want to walk you through leaf composition right now. The first thing that we should think about is something that I call the bud rule. And that bud rule is that leaves always subtend axillary buds, those little tiny stem cells that are inside plants that tell them to grow into new branches, new stems, flowers, etc. And so if we think about leaf composition, there are 3 different kinds I want to keep our eyes on. One is the easiest. It's called a simple leaf, which we can see right here in this Joe Pye weed. Right here, the leaf, which is comprised of 2 separate parts, a petiole that is attached to a large blade and connects to the stem right here. Here's our leaf, and then right above it, you can see this axillary bud. We call this a simple leaf because the blade is comprised of just 1 single part. And that's really different from a pinnately compound leaf, which is I'm showing right here with this partridge pea. Here on our partridge pea, I see a petiole, I see a blade that's divided into little leaflets, and the way that I can tell that this is not 12 leaves and this is actually 1 leaf is that right in the leaf axil there's a little axillary bud. And I call it a pinnately compound leaf because there's a long midvein and the arrangement of little leaflets around that midvein is sort of feathery, like a pinna, which that word actually comes from the Latin for feather. So it looks almost like a little feather. By contrast, another kind of a compound leaf, or a leaf that has its blade divided into several little leaflets, is called a palmately compound leaf. And this one has little leaflets that comprise the blade. Here's the petiole, here's our axillary bud right here. And in this case, you can see that all of the little leaflets, instead of coming out along this linear midvein or midrib, they come out from a single point. And this is called palmately compound because it's kind of like how our 5 fingers come out of a single point, the palm of our hands.